What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Nerdy. I'm Mike Watson, the most enthusiastic person in comics. I'm joined today by Christina. Hi. Oh, wait, Christina.
There you go. I'm this side.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's another week of geekdom. How has your week been so far?
It was good. I decided to take a day off from work today, so I've been home for the first time, like all day.
So you haven't had to do anything. You got to just chill all day today.
Actually, I have. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So welcome to the show. The good, the bad, the nerdy. This is a show where we talk about all things in geekdom. It may be current things. It may be things from the past. It may be things that are coming. We don't care. We kind of just talk about whatever's kind of like on our minds at that moment. But we have some current things that we're going to jump into today because they're pretty cool. Now, if you're just now joining the show, we kind of have a theme here. It's called The Good, the Bad, and the Nerdy. And we kind of look for the good, the bad, and nerdy in the subjects that we do. We normally start off getting it kicked off with 3 trailers that we have watched and we put in our Facebook groups. Join us at Facebook and on Twitter. TTHE Nerdy on Twitter.com. On Twitter. Yeah. And we review those trailers. It's a challenge between me and Christina as we have 2 minutes to kind of like get our good, bad, and nerdy aspect of each one of the trailers. So we are going to be rocking out today. Let me see. I got stuff loaded up. I'm trying to get it ready. No. We're about to go to the screen. All right. Share the screen. Show the goodness. And we're going to go to, excuse me, Chrome tab. Actually, I'm just going to go with that window, the whole thing. Okay, so now, Christina, have you seen the first movie, the Train to Busan?
No, I've seen clips of it and I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Okay, awesome. I have seen the first one, so I've kind of been excited about this one. I'm about to get ready to set the clock. Do you want to go first?
I'll let you go first since you've probably seen it before I have.
Okay, all right.
At least the first one. All right.
Why does my clock always move? Like, you would think I would keep it in the same place. All right, so I got 2 minutes. Train to Busan. Bam. All right, so very excited to see this movie. I watched the first one. First one was crazy good. It's a not necessarily a new twist to how zombie movies are done and whatnot, but it was supremely fun, and I did like their take on it. So this trailer right here, the good for me is the setting. The movie did not pick up right where we left off, and it doesn't look like any of the old cast members, the ones that survived, are going to be back in this film. Or maybe they are, and I just don't remember because it's been a minute since I've seen it. But the setting is definitely my good. My bad. We're doing another zombie movie. If I got to be honest, it's still a zombie movie. How much more can they do on this to make it interesting? Like that right there, that little stockpile of zombies calling the movie, that looks stupid. All right, but other than that, I am excited to see it. The nerdy, I'm a big crazy guy for like how people hold guns and use guns in movies, and I'm really digging how they're holding their guns and stuff. I pay attention to that thing ever since like I've seen behind the scenes of how people train people to hold guns and make them look authentic. All right, Christina, you go.
Okay, so the nerdy thing about it is it's a foreign film. I love foreign films. I love Korean-made ones. I had never seen the first one, so I can't really say anything bad about it yet. But yeah, like I said, it's another zombie movie. It's not my favorite thing to watch. The good thing about it, from what other zombie, it looks like a Fast and Furious plus zombie movie.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I got that part of it. Yeah, I can't say much about it else because I don't like zombie movies. So there you go. They
All
freak
right.
me
We got
out.
1 minute 46 seconds. All right. All right.
Not
Now,
my favorite type of movie out there.
all right. Our next film. Let's see if we can beat that time. Is The Five Bloods. You want to go first this time?
All right, I'll go first. All right.
All right. Go.
The Nerd, Spike Lee is doing another movie. I love that. I love his like with Spike Lee movies. There's an intense like scenes and dark comedy. I love that. Good thing Chadwick Boseman. I like to see him other stuff besides Black Panther because when I see him out, that's all I think about. The bad thing is another war movie. It's probably and it's a little confusing also because I can't really tell what the movie's about unless you read the description of the movie, which is soldiers going back to Vietnam and trying to find remains and get treasure.
Yeah. The good for me is that it is the cast. I'm really excited about the cast in there. Looks like we got a nice variety of actors in here, and I know Spike Lee as being part of that because he's the director. Is going to push these actors to their limit and really like come up with some interesting dialogue, good conversations. I'm looking forward to like seeing. It looks like it's jumping back between like something that happened in the past and something that happened like to present. So I was really enthralled by the actors, which seems like later on, like talking about what they went through. Like that looked real intense to me. The bad, I couldn't really think of a bad thing about it. I was overall I was into it, so I couldn't think of a bad thing. The nerdy is that it's another one by Spike Lee. Looking forward to what Spike Lee brings to the table or whatnot. Stop. All right, we beat our last time by 6 seconds.
Whew. Good.
Now, yeah, I really want to see what they do to it. So
it's just so confusing because there's not much. It's just clips of it, but it's never going in depth of what the movie really is unless you actually read the description. Well, all I see is like back and forth, like two time periods. I agree with you because there's Vietnam more than I see a Range Rover rolling.
Yeah, and some people will say that's how a trailer's supposed to be. It has my interest peaked, but I definitely would say something I forgot to say, so I'm kind of cheating right now. I'm also interested to see how these characters come along because we're actually seeing the war from an in-depth perspective from men of color, and there's not a lot of films that do that with more war movies. So I am very interested to see how that plays out. So I'm sorry I cheated, but whatever.
That's right. I had that on my list, but I forgot. I just read over that.
All right, and then we have Infamous and go. All right, so I'll go off with my bad. Immediately, it's a Bonnie and Clyde, another version of Bonnie and Clyde, right off the rip. And so I'm gonna kind of give you two bad. These actors seem forced. I don't see any charisma from them that make me say, "Oh shoot, it's a Bonnie and Clyde. It's another version of Bonnie and Clyde." But I don't mind it because these actors look so cool in these roles. I'm so intrigued. The good was I don't have a good.
Okay, fine.
I don't have a good.
It was hard. It was hard to find a good.
Because I don't like the setup of it. Like, so now they're robbing banks and then they get famous from doing it. And then like he's all pissed that why'd you post that? But then we're all like, oh, followers. It's kind of like that same Purge thing. I'm not a fan of Purge, but so they're surviving off of likes and robbing people and stuff. They should have been caught. I don't know. The nerdy, I don't see any nerdy aspect of this. It's mixing social media and with Bonnie and Clyde, but I'm gonna shut up now so Christina go because I failed on this one. I failed. Go.
Okay. So the good thing, I guess it's like a modern take-ish of Bonnie and Clyde. I don't know if we really need one, but bad. It's the actors and the movie itself. Like I agree with you. This shouldn't be another Bonnie and Clyde. There's so many remakes of it, and this one looks like it shouldn't be made. The nerd. I really don't have anything. This is probably the shortest review I had ever. You could end the timer now. Just nothing.
Yeah, we went over now. It's just like if you're gonna
Just
do this
nothing.
Bonnie and Clyde thing, like you really gotta like flip it.
Okay, I
And what
take it back. Okay, maybe the only nerdy thing I can think about is like it kind of reminds me of the Harley Quinn, like how they kind of stop and and she's just talking to the camera. I kind of
yeah.
like that style. That's pretty much a nerdy good ish about it. Other than that, it looks like the effects of social media. I don't know.
Now I know I'm judging the book by its cover. Pass. I will wait for that one to come to Netflix or Amazon Prime when it does. I mean,
I will read someone's review of it, like a quick with a recap of it. That'll be good.
yeah, it doesn't excite me. Not like the other ones. All right. So with that being said and done, hold on. Where's my mouse? Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Because I know I have it. There it is. Now let's look at what we're going to be talking about today as we dig in. We're going to be
Oh,
talking about
look at that man.
look at him. Whether you hate him or love him, we're going
Oh,
to be talking
he
about
needs
the
a
Justice League. That do we deserve this league or not? Is it worth the wait? Is it something we should be getting? Is it something that we should not be getting? Batwoman quits, and the HBO
a little
matches the whole
disappointed
thing.
about that one
Yeah, so
for my
let's
own
let's
reasons.
let's start with Batwoman quitting.
Mm.
Now, I like this actress. I like her, and that's a lie.
What?
I like her. I like her in about half the things she does, and I think that that's not her fault. It may be the roles that she picks or whatnot. Loved her in John Wick. Loved her in the Orange is the New Black. Um, just haven't liked her in every single role that she's taken on. Like what's that movie with the giant shark?
Sharknado? No,
No, no.
Jag, something like
What is
that.
it?
I don't know.
The Meg.
Megs. Close enough. It rhymed.
I
It rhymed.
I give it rhymed. We're good. We're good
There
with
we
that one.
go.
I couldn't stand her in the Meg. I thought she was super annoying, and like I thought she was annoying not to the point to where she was supposed to be annoying because that's how the character was written and that's how you take and receive her. I just thought everything about her was annoying in there or whatnot. But the Batwoman show, I don't want to hold it over her head. I'm not a fan of a lot of the CW shows. Their first seasons are so good and they get you into it. Like Arrow was great for the first two seasons. Flash was good the first three seasons. But then the constant, what I call the CW plot devices come in and ruin the show. And they have this thing going on of like kind of dogging the male counterpart heroes. Like in Supergirl, they're constantly diminishing Superman in order to make Supergirl superior because it's her show and Superman's just guest starring on it. And and then like they kind of do the same thing with Batman. And how do we have a Bat show prior to Batman? Like he just disappears. There's no explanation, nothing from what I've seen. They may have explained it or whatnot, but
they
go ahead.
Yeah, they did. They did. He disappeared. It was
Mm,
the thing. He disappeared, but I didn't watch. I watched up to the crossover.
okay.
So, and then saw that he made an appearance at the last two episodes of the season. So I
Uh
don't know much about it. But I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it for the most part. But I do like seeing her in these darker roles,
huh.
this badass girl roles. I have never seen the Meg, so I don't know what she's like, and I don't know what her character is.
I think she was a cutout copy character, and that may not necessarily been her fault. Like I said, there have been things that I enjoy her in. Shout out Dreamer, how you doing? We have a couple people watching with us that I forgot to shout out. Excuse me, Bobby, Benjamin, Mark, Jason. Thanks for tuning in to us. If you guys got any questions or anything, please put them in. I'm watching the chat, so if you want to ask us any questions, we'll answer them. So I I don't necessarily hold it against her, but I was excited when she got the role of Batwoman. I was excited to see her in it. You know, I was hoping that the show could do good. Apparently, the show did get good. It got renewed, but the question is, why did she quit? No one's revealing that. No one is revealing if she was let go or if she made the choice herself to quit. But they're going to recast somebody else as Batwoman.
Silent Dream said the Batman the crossover was an alternate universe. Yeah, I know that. I was saying that in her universe, Batman disappeared. I know in the
Mhm.
crossover, he came. He was still there, disabled and whatever not. But I didn't know. Like I said, I was happy with her on there, but I think it's more of the writing that I couldn't stand. Like she's a good actress to for a model-ish person.
For a model-ish person.
Model-ish. Like I know she's pretty good at what she does, but I think she's better at movies than TV.
Hmm. You think
Uh,
she's better at? You said you think she's better at movies than TV.
I think so. I like she's good. Like, well, maybe it's just the writing that because I've never seen in anything else besides Orange is the New Black and this, and a little bit John Wick.
Mm. Yeah, like I said, I thought she was really boss in John Wick.
People are hating.
She was handling herself
Yeah, like I
face
said,
with
she's
you.
pretty good. It's just sad to see her go. I don't know what the real reasons. There's other stuff floating around of why she left.
Hmm.
But it's whoever takes over her spot has a kind of big shoe to fill, sort of, because that's all I see now. Like I can't see Batgirl, or sorry, Batwoman as anyone else.
Hmm. Right. Jason saying because people are hating on that TV show, hating on it badly. Well, honestly, they should have saw that coming. Everyone hates on the CW shows, and it's regular activity, so it's nothing surprising. Like the CW's aware of what they do on those
Oh
shows.
yeah, they
Like
caught me in the Arrowverse. I enjoy it, but the last few years of it was really getting bad.
right, like it would just annoy me. Like the biggest villain in these shows are cell phones. I'm like, what the hell, man? If you don't stop answering that phone and finish your conversation, let me answer a cell phone in the middle of a dramatic, serious conversation with my wife. The hell you doing? We talking. That person on the phone can wait. But
You were right though. They were good at introducing, catching you in, hooking you in, and then it's season 2 or 3. It kind of goes bad, and then it's all of the writing. It's not the actor itself. It's just
yeah, because you
I
see,
do look forward. I do look forward to the crossovers. It's just geekiness for me, especially the last crossover, which I saw all the universe characters coming into one.
that's the main thing I look forward to. I enjoy watching the crossovers. I gave up trying to watch the episodes leading up to the crossovers to see how we got there. Flash was my last one. Was my last
Good.
show that was keeping me in there because the cast of Flash is so good. Like I think they have
Grant
really good
Gustin,
chemistry. How would you say?
Grant Gustin, or Gustin Grant,
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah, I think that, but I think the entire cast has great chemistry together, and they're all funny. They're all good actors on the show, but then they just get written with crap, like
Mhm.
things that I just can't. That does not make any sense to me. But um, do you think the show's momentum is going to get stopped by recasting someone else?
No,
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 you don't think so?
I don't think so. If it's like any of the CW shows, they'll keep chugging along somehow. They'll throw in a wrench somewhere in there.
They'll throw it in a rank
They'll
somewhere.
they'll, they'll twist they'll twist it and somehow like the new Batwoman is from another universe since all the universes now are in one place now.
Hmm.
So I'm sure they'll figure out something. I don't know.
So who do you think they can get? I saw some fan requests were for, and I'm terrible with names, but old girl that's from the Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I absolutely love her.
I don't remember
Um,
that.
she's the rude one on the show, but she's so funny.
Oh, if I'm basing off of like what they would want, I think still looking for another LGBTQ whatever the an acronym is. Sorry, I got it wrong. But family. So I think Clara Devine
And I
Divine.
and I think she is too. It is she plays this lady right here. Now I could be wrong, but I thought she was LGBTQ too as well. She plays Detective Rosa Diaz on the show. You gonna give me a bigger image of her?
I don't have to squint in there. I'm like,
Right. Yeah. And she's hilarious. I absolutely love her. but I haven't seen her in anything else. So I don't want this to be a scenario where she's only funny on Brooklyn, or she's only like lovable and likable on Brooklyn Nine Nine because she's written so well on Brooklyn Nine Nine. Like I hope like that's all her. And I know Batwoman's more of a serious
Darker.
take.
It's much a
Darker.
darker thing. It's like it's almost similar to like Arrow, where it's a darker concept of comics.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
SEO. And then this is the other person, again, terrible with names, that I heard that they that fans were requesting or whatnot. Where's she at? Because there she is.
there she is. What's her name?
Let's see here. Let's get the bigger image. Not Leslie Jones.
That'd be
They
quite
want
interesting. If they want Leslie Jones on there.
her, and I absolutely love her. She's again hilarious. So neither one of these
I don't
women
see.
could
I
work
see
because they
it.
may not be
Like,
funny.
see, you put all these hilarious people, like the comedic people in there. And I can't see it. Like if you look at Ruby Rose's like cinematography, it's like all these dark badass women like characters.
Hmm.
And then so I had to find someone who fits in that profile to see it because it she channels Bruce Wayne in a way, you know, the dark, self-loathing type of character.
But comedic actors have shown that they are just as good as dramatic actors. Look at some things that Jim Carrey has done, Robin
I'm
Williams.
sure
They've
it's
been
just
able
me,
to
I
flip
can't
that
see
script.
it. I'm sure they have a wide range of it, but it's like that's all I see.
Hmm.
Like if you do that, that's it. For me,
No, I
I know
get it.
that's such a horrible thing to say about actors, but there's a reason why they kind of stick to that because they're really good at it, and they thrive on that.
Understandable, understandable. Uh, well, we won't know anything until they make any announcements. So they start making some moves and things like that. But I think you're right. I think they will come up with an easy fix for it. Alternate dimension Batwoman takes her place. She dies. She died in battle, but then this one got brought here by a sonic ring crystal or something.
Well,
And then she's the new Batwoman.
or maybe she'll be a long lost, another long lost cousin that came from Earth, what 1800 and something.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Hey, hey Holly. Sorry, she's
so we got what is it? HBO is getting another app, and I had to reach out to social media and HBO and figure out what the hell this meant. All right, because these streaming services are getting out of control. Okay, I got too many. I've canceled cable, so I've got YouTube TV, and then we got
okay.
HBO. We've got freaking Disney Plus and Amazon Prime. Like it's ridiculous. All the
It
streaming
adds
services.
up, but it adds up to a cable bill if you think about it. It's like I am
It
watching
does.
cable.
It does. But I hate cable. I hate cable. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of adding them to my bill. That's how petty I am.
It's
But so it's HBO,
uh-huh.
HBO, wait, HBO
No.
Now, HBO Go, and HBO Max. So I posted on my page, yo, HBO, what the hell is up? What are all these apps? I need clarification. I need to know what's going on. And just for you, that my Facebook friends cleared this up for me. HBO Go is for your cable bill if you have HBO on cable, and it's for when you're on the go. Obviously, it's the go. HBO Now is if you don't have cable, and then you can still watch HBO on your streaming devices. HBO Max is the upgraded version of HBO Now. It's going to replace that. It's going to have new shows, new streaming, and new DC items on there as well. So I say all that because I was not going to get HBO Max just to watch the Snyder cut of Justice League.
Well, technically, I did that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I
And
did, but the thing is, they told me like it won't premiere until like next year. I'm like, okay.
right. So
So
it's not coming out next year. So there's nothing
I
wrong
tried to
with
get
that.
the discounted price, which was like $11.99. And I was like, okay. Assuming I was thinking, I didn't read all it, assuming that it was going to come out like maybe end of the year. You
Uh-huh.
know, nope. I have until next 2021 mid-year somewhere to watch it.
See, I thought it was coming out at the end of the year too. But there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to get HBO Max, get HBO Max. Absolutely. It's just that we are maxed out on our streaming. We are not adding any more streaming in this household. But because the now is going to be maxed out, then that's great. I don't have to add anything else. Chad is tuned in. What's up, Chad? How you doing? He's saying love Kate McKinnon, but she sucked in Ghostbusters. Now, see, her and Chris Hemsworth were the only things I liked about Ghostbusters.
Because I was actually funny, and like in a weird way. Like even though he's plays Thor in like some of these like extinction, like all these bad like thrill action movies, he's really funny, dude.
Yeah, he is. I didn't mind her in Ghostbusters. I thought she was just as funny as he was. But so that brings us over into our main topic, the Zack Snyder Justice League cut. Now I know a lot of people in social media have been asking for this cut, and I know a lot of people could give two hot dams about this cut or whatnot. Now, in case you did not know, or just a little backstory from what I've been able to read in articles and stuff or whatnot, Zack Snyder did not get to complete his version of Justice League the movie due to his losing his daughter. And when she passed away or whatnot, he left the movie to go be with his family, take care of that stuff, which is completely understandable. Um, but DC, Warner Brothers, brought on Josh Whedon to wrap everything up. So virtually this movie was already to the tips of being done. It was just that background behind the scenes editorial special effects stuff that we needed to wrap up on the film. And as Josh came on, Warner Brothers came on with him and ordered reshoots. Reshoot this, reshoot that, reshoot this, reshoot all this stuff to be reshoot. So the version of Justice League that we got, which was entertaining, I did not mind it. I know it's still bad, but sometimes I enjoy bad things, and that's okay. But it's not what Zack Snyder had actually put out or wanted to put out or whatnot. And so he's been teardropping, leaking what he originally wanted in his film, and it's got some of us frothing at the mouth to see it. And I am actually excited about a Zack Snyder Justice League being released on HBO Max because I like comic book movies. Whether they end up being trash or not, I like them and I want to see them. And I would really like to see what Zack Snyder's version of this film would be, of how his Justice League film would be, because, and I will fight everybody on it, I love Man of Steel. I still think Man of Steel is the best DC movie that they have made to date. Yes. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man of Steel.
Oh my God, I love it. It's so good. But Christina,
okay, fine.
What do you think so far about this Zack Snyder Justice League?
Well, HBO is smart to actually make money off of this because most people will just get this app just for that. Like me, like this sucker right here. I am looking forward to it. I didn't hate the original movie, but I I didn't hate it. So it's hard to say I don't love it and I don't hate it. It's somewhere in the middle. But I should have known that because he made Josh Whedon made Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Correct. It wasn't the best Avenger movies ever, but I see why Warner Bros. Wanted him to come on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. I could live without watching, but I just want to know just the curiosity of his cut. You know.
Yeah.
That's all it really was. I'm just curious. I didn't hate the first one. I didn't love it. I'm okay with it, and I would have been okay without this cut as well.
Yeah, I would have been okay without seeing it or whatnot, but the fact that they are,
whoever said Shazam is the best DC movie, I love you. Yes, I love Shazam. I watched that over and over again.
That is Chad.
There you go.
That's my buddy Chad. I could live without seeing this, but I do want to see it now that I know this is an option. And yeah, they're obviously doing it to get people to sign up for HBO Max. They're obviously doing it for that.
I read that it's gonna be 6 episodes. It's gonna be 6 weekly episodes, like an episode a week, 35 minutes each, roughly. So that's 6 weeks of my life that they're gonna get extra of after I bought it.
Right. And they're putting 25 to 30 million dollars into finishing it. So it's not going to be unfinished movie. It's not going to be half done special effects. They're finishing off the film. So well, I was waiting for my screen to come up because
If they're gonna finish
this
the film, why make it like a weekly episode? I don't understand. Just make it one whole movie.
no, they if they're going to put it on there, they're going to get as much grab for it as they possibly can.
I'm sure they will add like behind the scene commentary, behind the whatever edition. They add so much other stuff to it.
Because you're saying it's 6 weekly episodes, right?
Yeah.
That's at least 2 months. That's at least 2 payments for HBO Max. That's at least 2 payments for everyone that signs up.
$14.99. Then it goes about $30.
All right, so where is it? Well, I'm waiting for it to load. All right, I think it's
Josh
up right there.
The first 2 Avenger movies. Yeah, I was. What is that?
All right, so this is potentially, this is not confirmed, but this is some of the stuff that Zack Snyder has teardropped and leaked and said what was in his version or how he wanted things to go or whatnot. So this is potentially what we will see in the Zack Snyder version. And please mind you, I am saying this is not confirmed. This is just stuff that has been talked about or whatnot, but no one is saying this is what's going to be in there 100%. So we're getting it in 2021. Superman will not have his face covered up with CGI, which
so he'll get that nice mustache.
So we'll have a mustache, but I would like to say this: it is highly possible to put CGI over his mustache and make it look like it's
I saw a picture of it. It doesn't look too bad, but it's very noticeable. Like he has like a bigger area here.
Well, no, it's like it's that. Whatever, they rushed it, or I don't know what it was. That was just crap CGI. It was just crap. But it can be done. The CGI can cover up his mustache to the point where we won't know.
But I low key, I kind of want to see him with a mustache. Well, throwing that out there.
He looks like Christopher Reeves when he turned bad in Superman. That's what he looks like when he was in that bar with the 5 o'clock shadow. All right. We will get to see Ben Affleck's true Batman, which I'm an avid fan of. I think Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. I think he's the best one that we've had, and he's just a victim of what was written for him. But give it to me all day. Deathstroke will break Lex Luthor out of prison. That's something cool to see.
If you see that,
if you stayed behind the credits for Justice League, there was a Lex Luthor Deathstroke scene at the end of it, but didn't break him out or whatnot. So that's cool if he breaks him out. We'll actually get to see Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern. Now, a version of Green Lantern appeared at the beginning of Justice League when they were doing the backflash moment, talking about the battle and stuff. So we did see Green Lantern in the background. And what is potentially the biggest Easter candy of this is that we'll finally get to see a live action Darkseid in this film. So these are potential things. I know Chad here said, wait, who was it Chad? Black suit Superman is what he wants to see. No, Jason wants to see that. Superman in the black suit. So if you're a comic book buff, when Superman was dead and came back, he was wearing a black suit when he came back and faced the other 4 Superman in Reign of Superman. But that's a story for another day. So it would be cool to see the black suited version of the costume, but then I would also wonder where he got it from.
He also said someone put a good CGI version out online. It's a CGI version of him without the mustache?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, it's possible. There are people at home on their computers that can do it.
I'm trying to do it. I'll airbrush that thing out.
Everyone.
Like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing it. It'd be. It's like when Chris Evans has a mustache. I can't stop looking at it.
You said Chris Evans?
Yeah, when Chris Evans had that mustache, I couldn't stop looking at it.
Well, Chris Evans is cat with the beard. Look good on him.
That was good. I didn't mind it at all from a female perspective.
See, Chad saying, just pay for 1 month. Wait till it all comes out and binge it.
I'm doing that with Apple TV with Defending Jacobs. I know.
Chad is saying Batman is the best comic book superhero out there. I am sure, Chad, I'm sure there are several geeks that will disagree with you. Brittany came in. Hey, Brittany. Nice to see you. We got to hurry up and get you scheduled for an episode. Actually, you're going to be on the episode with us tomorrow, and that's going to be fun, good times.
His CGI face reminded me of a thumb war shorts.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, good.
So, what do you think is going to come from this? Like, if they, what do you think will be the backlash of the Zack Snyder Justice League being released on HBO Max? Not that if the movie's going to be shit or if the movie's going to be great. What do you think this is going to do for the fandom of comic book movies?
There'll definitely be a split. Because obviously his version will be completely different from Josh Whedon's version.
Uh huh.
I might want to. I might want to see Zach's more than Josh Whedon's.
Yeah, I absolutely want to see Zach's more than Josh Whedon's. But do you think that because of something like this, so we have a situation where a director did not get to finish their version of the film, and because a hashtag got started, because social media is so strong right now and geekdom's at such a high level, we, to a degree, I'm not saying we're responsible for it, but to a degree, we've started, a cause, and now we're getting it, just like with
Which,
Sonic. We
which
just go ahead.
yeah, which is you're right. We do have a lot to say of what we want to watch.
Mhm.
So I maybe if we get enough like following or petitions or what or however they're doing it now, they might just do a second follow up with him directing versus Josh if he's planning to do a second one.
Right. So, who is it? Is Jason hit where I was kind of leading to? Does this mean that other directors who messed up on their films, or maybe had a studio interfering with what they were saying, do they get a chance to get their version of the film out now?
They can't if there's enough people to back it up. I assume they can't. They can probably because that's only if they already started it. If they didn't already start the other cut, there's no way to remake it.
What's up, Captain Wall? If I'm pronouncing your name right, we got a new Twitch watcher on there right now. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for tuning in. I think you're right. If enough people are advocating for it, and a studio feels, well, we're going to make money off of it, why not do it? But do we think that that's the right thing to do?
I don't think it's the right thing to do because
You know.
there are reasons why some movies should flop, some movies don't. It's just depending on the audience.
Mm-hmm.
They chose who they chose. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's not like they could always remake it later. It's not impossible.
Right. Jason says now other directors want to go. Oh yeah, exactly. Want to go back and get their flop movies.
They can,
Now,
but I don't think they should because it's already made. Deal's done. I think this is the exception because it's already made, already almost finished. It was like the little tweaks and stuff.
yeah, I think it's the same thing. And at the same time, you didn't have a bunch of fans. No, Captain, I am streaming with StreamYard right now through Twitch and Facebook. And at the same time, you didn't have a lot of fans that were actually saying, hey, I want to see this guy's version. I want to see this person's version. I want to see this girl's version of the movie. Even though I know it flopped, I want to see their true picture. Immediately, once that Justice League movie came out, there was a lot of people that weren't happy with it, flat out. And I get it. I understand it. But like within once, I forgot, I don't even remember how it got started, but once it got started, people were saying, release the Zack Snyder cut. Let's see his cut. Let's see his version. Because honestly, and I know films are money, but maybe the studio should have stopped the film, should have put the film on hiatus because he was suffering something terrible. And then once he was ready to come back, or he came back, then he could have finished the movie. But
it was greed. I think honestly, I think it's just greed at that point. Obviously they want money. They want the fastest way to get it, and the fastest way was to hire someone else to finish up the film. And then I'm sure they made wasted more money by reshooting everything that he already did.
Yeah. Because at the same point, I think they were, and I can't. All right, so I'm not going to pretend here to try to. I'm not going to go on record and say I'm trying to speak for a studio that has billions of dollars or whatnot. But it just kind of felt like they had an opportunity to not deal with Zach and put somebody in there who had Avengers 1 and 2 under their roster and knew how to make characters fun. and
Not even
like,
fun. They saw the success of the Avengers and the Marvel. I think they were trying to bring that in to the DCU universe, and it didn't work. It just didn't work for them.
right.
I think they're better at doing standalone movies without connection with anything, and they should stick with it that way.
Mhm. Thank you, Captain. I appreciate it, man. The layout took a minute to work out for this, but I'm glad you like it. Hope you subscribe because we have more stuff, man. You can watch all the stuff that we have. Um, I do like their standalone stuff, but I think DC really succeeds with their animation. I think they really succeed with the animation because the animation is loosely connected together, but there's a lot of I'd say 90% of the DC movies, animated ones, I absolutely love, and the 10% I'm like, it's okay. That's a way
Mhm.
better ratio than what their live action films are doing. And I think a lot of people should, or I think DC Warner Brothers should have just followed the formula for their animation. If they would have just put their animated films on screen, I swear to God, in my opinion, they would be on the same level as the MCU universe. They would be.
Yeah, someone just wrote something. If the Warner Brothers would have left Josh Whedon alone, maybe the movie would have been better. Uh,
Possibly. We're
really,
messing around
but
with
but
theory.
that's not Josh Whedon's like style. Anyways, I see his style in that movie. It just didn't
Well,
reflect very well. What were you saying?
I was just saying that's kind of like the thing though. They wanted Josh Whedon to Josh Whedon the Justice League. They
Mhm.
wanted to bring that atmosphere. They wanted to brighten it up. They wanted to crack more jokes, and that's why I'm always so avid in defending Ben Affleck because they wrote those jokes for him to say. They wrote all that for him. And Batman's the one you don't need to give jokes to. Ben Affleck's a fan of Batman thoroughly. He knows how to play Batman. He's got that. You don't make Batman say 4 or 5 jokes in one movie because you
Mhm.
wasted the one time you want Batman to say a joke, and he does.
It's that one. You only need that one with him because sorry, but Batman's not a funny guy. He's not that comedic superhero that you want.
Exactly. But again, I can't sit here and try to
And
argue what
it's
they
not
did.
arguing. It's just I feel the same way. He made it the way he thinks people will want it, but it wasn't. And I said, oh, I think there's a part of like there's only one part of the movie that I liked. Made it fun was like the Flash coming in.
Mm-hmm.
That was about it. That's the only memorable comedic part that I actually really truly remember.
Well, I enjoyed very much the scene where Superman comes back alive, and I think that's great. I thought all that worked really well with each one of the characters. Flash's reactions to it, I thought was on point. I enjoyed the corniness of what they tried to bring with Superman, bringing, hey, I like some justice. I like, I get where they were going to. I get what they were trying to do. It was just too much too fast. Like they really tried, like I in my head and seeing where Zack Snyder was going, I know we were going to get that Superman, that bright and powerful Superman we're going to get, but we're going to get that Superman at the end of his story arc, at the end of his arc
Mhm.
after he went through some stuff. And then they tried to force it in Justice League, which I laughed, I giggled, and I thought it was funny. But then at the same time, as soon as Superman comes on scene, the rest of Justice League is completely ineffective, and that's ridiculous because they didn't Superman didn't need them at all
Yeah.
in that movie. But you get a movie like Justice League Dark Apocalypse, and that is bananas. It's absolutely bananas and crazy, and everybody on the team is needed to help make something like that work or whatnot. Which is why, I think they should just follow the animated format.
Let's
Mike, I
see.
really geeked out at the scene when Batman is on top of the gargoyle swinging around. It was the most Batman comic book accurate moment. That's what I'm saying, man. Snyder
Let's see.
Snyder understands Batman. Ben Affleck understands Batman. Visually, he was on point. When we get Batman and Batman v Superman, Ben Affleck is on point, man. He's on point. The only thing that's faulted in that movie is his reasoning for wanting to fight Superman. That is it. Other than that, he's on point. Oh shoot, we get
Uh, Here we go. What do you think about the end of Green Arrow? Good, they stopped, or just it was time for Green Arrow. So this is different. This is a different subject now.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's fine. I think Green Arrow should have ended like last year or was it this year? Yeah, last a while ago.
3 years
It
ago.
was
3 years
I. I said a while ago. I don't think it's specific here. I'm saying a while ago. I enjoy the Arrow comics and stuff like that. What more? We have love to see more Green Arrow. No, no more Green Arrow. I'm good. The way
Yeah,
he died is dignified. They made it. I'm glad they made it his season short. It was time to end.
yeah,
I am the biggest Green Arrow fan. I have Green Arrow here. I have Black Canary there. I'm a big fan of that. But they were stretching his character out way too long.
hmm
Way too long.
like it's all about money, and there's really nothing wrong with having a show have 2 or 3 seasons and that's it, but then
It's
just have
fine.
that character reoccur in other people's shows. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
After the era ended, there was a leaked script saying there after the first season where Tommy Merlin wasn't supposed to die. He ended up actually hating Oliver, and he became like a vendetta himself or something like that. I don't remember. If that was if that was supposed to take place, I think the Arrowverse would have been quite different and be more interesting.
Mm, right on, right
Um,
on.
instead of having him to avenge his friend's death, you know.
Awesome. Well, I think this has been a spectacular conversation, but we need to wrap it up here because I actually have to have movie night with my children. We have set up a movie theater upstairs. We have drawn movie posters and we have a snack concession stand, and we're going to be watching some movies. So, need to get ready to get up there to go prep with them. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please give us a share. Please give us a follow on Facebook, Twitter, on the Twitch channel. Give us a follow as well. Let people know about us. Please advocate for us. We hope
Whereas
you enjoyed this
the more
conversation.
love we get, the better. Share
Yeah.
the love.
The more people that know about us, the more that we can do because we get more follows, more likes, more views.
And we love talking to you guys. It's so much fun.
Yes, thank you so much for participating in the conversation. You guys add to the content that we talk about. Next episode, I'll be talking to Christina about that on what we want to do for like our main topic and get you guys ready. We'll
And
post
if
up
you
our.
ever guys like anything, let us know and we'll talk about it.
She's got it. We'll post up our trailer post to get ready for the new trailers that we'll talk about or whatnot. But thank you for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate it. Be sure to give us a follow and check us out. Share us to your friends. And good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.